All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. Now I want to get into this lesson real quick here. Just a quick little lesson, I label it, these other camps and others are as little rebellious brothers, okay? They're like, when your parent, if you come from a household where there's a lot of kids, okay? So there's 10 kids, maybe even 15, okay? And your parents leave, the older ones in charge, all right? But yet the younger ones, they feel like they could run around, do whatever they want. They don't gotta listen to you. And there's always like, two or three of them, right? That are kind of up there, kind of older than the younger ones, right? Let's just put it in perspective. Like, let's say you got, the ones that are 18, 16, and then you got the ones that are like 12, 13, and then you got the younger ones that are like 6, 7 years old. So the ones that are like 13, they, fess up like, I ain't gotta really listen to you. I ain't gotta really listen to you. And those ones usually get the next ones going, right? So what happens is when the parent comes back, discipline is handed out, okay? For the rebellious acts that they were doing, right? So this is why we always tell you, or, starting with our apostle elders, they always tell you, hey, watch out for individuals like this, man, who are self-willed, hard-headed, don't want to follow order, right? This individual here, he's out there drinking Coke, Pepsi, or whatever it was, Same thing with Alizar, too. In the amount of times we tell you brothers, or we are told, and we do speak, right, because we know it ourselves, you shouldn't be drinking that type of shit, right? We got to watch out for our health in this type of environment that we're in. And yes, we know our life is in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but, order yourself aright, man. Set yourself aright. And there's some individuals who have to have people damn near holding their hand all the time. You know what I mean? Because they're in the mentality like children, like kids, okay? So this is an example of these type of individuals out here, even if they're camp leaders or whatever, right? They never came in on the order. They came in on the whatever the fuck they want to do type spirit, okay? So this is why we're seeing the results, okay? We're seeing the results of an individual who behaves and conducts himself like that, who's in that type of mind frame, right? We see how these people, order their camp to be. The scriptures clearly tell you, and if it's so for a ruler of a city, well, you're ruling a camp. You're a head over a camp. That's why it tells you that, you heads of Jacob, isn't it for you to know judgment? So if you're a camp leader, aren't you supposed to know proper judgment? Aren't you supposed to know how to carry yourself in order according to the scriptures? Sirach chapter 10 and verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Now you could even apply that straight with a with a camp leader too, okay? Because the camp leader, he's watching over these men, okay? That's his job. His job is to watch over these men and guide these men in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So as you see how the camp leader is, right? So are all his officers, all his bishops, his whatever, men that's under him, man. Disorderly. And that's it. These men didn't come in with order. These men came in disorderly. So let's get into this real quick. So you see these individuals right here. These are the camps and others are as little rebellious brothers, man. And when discipline is going to be handed out, don't scream, don't cry, don't go, why me, why me? Because you see what happened with, Al-Azhar or whatever, and everybody's seeking for, favoritism in a sense. Oh, yeah, we should be embracing the brother and all this bullshit. Meanwhile, for years, this guy's been screaming at the top of his lungs, fuck the apostle elders, just running rabid. And then you have this individual stepping up, talking about we're in the new covenant. And if I'm not mistaken, he said that he's King David. If I'm not mistaken, okay? Or some to that degree with King David. Something. I can't exactly remember, so don't quote me on that. But these guys are rebellious, man. Out of order. Making rap songs about the apostle elders and whatnot, and brothers, bishops, elders. What the fuck does rap have to do with this? Okay? And like I was saying to the brothers in the chat the other day, if the Lord wanted, or I think it's saying it today, if the Lord wanted rappers in this, he would have chose the creme of the creme, or whatever, however they say it. Okay, the top of the top, the best of the best. He would have got the pinnacle, the summit. Okay, he would have got niggas like, how they say, Jay-Z, the Biggies, the Tupacs, right? He would have got those type of people if he wanted rappers, but he didn't want no rappers. This is the song right here, okay? Sing it properly. So, and these individuals right here, like the brother said, all that mumbo jumbo they be talking, man, okay? These wicked and rebellious individuals, man. But when the Lord returns, man, you gonna get, keep all that same energy. You gonna get your just dessert, okay? So, going back into this, like I was saying, these are the camps, right? These are the camps, and others are as little rebellious brothers, man. And let's see what the scriptures say about rebellion. 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he have also rejected thee from being a king. Okay? So, when you're stubborn and rebellious, as it says here, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and we know what it says to do to a witch, right? Let's see what the Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 27. A man also or a woman that have a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall be surely put to death. They shall stone them with stones, their blood shall be upon them. Okay? So we know what happens to Salakia. We know what happens to individuals who want to, deal with that type of stuff. Witchcraft, idolatry. You shall be put to death. Okay? And the Lord said what? He required that which is past, man. Once you find out that you're an Israelite and you take that vow, it's too late to turn back, baby. Too late to turn back now, okay? So once you take that vow, okay, it's too late to turn back, man. You know that you're an Israelite, okay? And you know the way is being taught onto you on how to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And a lot of these guys like Sakari, that same individual, Maccabees, whatever, right? These guys all learn from GMS, and then, they go run off and start to do their own thing, At first, it's all honor, all praises due to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, right? They say that to get some fame out there, notability, try to build their page, right? This is the type of stuff that, the gimmicks that they're on. They'll come in, they'll try to slime themselves around the brothers, right? and try to act like they're a brother, but hidden intentions are placed within them, man. They're coming in that fucking that Judas spirit, okay? They're not really brothers, man. They're coming like a fox or a snake, okay? So let's get back into this. Because at first they'll walk with you, but then here comes all the oh, I got rebuked from an elder because I was doing this. Or, oh, this guy doesn't like how I say this or how I break down this, because you're disorderly, okay? The Lord said don't switch up his words, man. Don't add, don't decrease. But you want to decrease a little bit, right? For whatever reason may be, worldly gain, whatever. They decrease on the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Christ, all these different things, right? So let's go into something real quick. This is what happens to individuals when the Spirit of the Lord is taken off of them. Okay, actually, I had it here. No. Yeah, I want to go into. No, we already got that. Let's go to 2 Timothy, because this is exactly what they're doing. Resisting the truth. Okay, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 8. Now, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. Okay? So these individuals out here, they got puffed up in the mind. Then they feel they're the dudes. Okay? And ultimately, that's the Spirit of the Lord being taken off of them. Okay? But they feel that they're the guys. They don't have to follow no order. If a brother, let's just say, if they're in the truth for about 7 years, right? Let's just say a brother that comes in is in the truth for about 4 years, and then he notices something within the person's dialogue, within the video, and he points it out to the individual. Their attitude, their stink attitude is, I don't gotta listen to you. When'd you come into the truth? I've been here, When, meanwhile, that's not what it is. It's supposed to be iron sharpeneth iron. If you be otherwise minded, Yahweh shall reveal this, even this unto you, roughly phrasing. And how does he do that? Through the mouthpiece of the prophets. So when you see men reject, when a brother is trying to put them in order or tell them something, ultimately you're rejecting Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And therefore, the rebellion falls upon you because you're being rebellious. And ultimately, it's the Most High who's trying to set you in order. But here it is. You want to reject. You want to talk against. You want to be like, no, you guys don't tell me nothing. I've been in this for 20 years. I've been in this for 15 years, 10 years. Who the hell are you to tell me anything, right? That old gorilla, dog, fox, wild animal mentality, okay? Meanwhile, us who are walking, by faith in the Spirit, holding this truth, 100% truth, if a brother was to tell us something, we definitely check it out, okay? We definitely say to ourselves, you know what? Well, maybe we're going off, or maybe this is happening, or maybe that's happening, okay? Fast, prayer, and consider, okay? Take it to heart. But these other individuals, they don't take it to heart. They don't care. They'll tell you, oh, I've been in the truth more longer than you, sucker. Don't talk to me like that. You know who you talking to? All this type of, animal mentality, jungle mentality, nigger mentality, man. Like they're still in the hood. The hood's still stuck in them. You know what they say? You could take the cat out the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out the cat, okay? So these individuals, they're not really renewed in the mind, within the spirit, man. Their behavior is showing us right before our faces. The way they conduct themselves, the way they speak, telling people you could do things in the butt for worldly pleasure. You know? This is sick. This is disgusting. And the Lord, hey, remember, judgment is going to start where first? Okay? This kind of sick attitude, disgusting attitude is, you know, the Lord ain't going to tolerate this shit no more. Okay? And we're already seeing the demise of certain people out there that call themselves Hebrew Israelites, right? That are of the circumcision, right? All we have to do is hold fast and continue to do what we've been doing and pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai that he don't take his Holy Spirit from us, okay? So, continuing in this, now as James and Jambres withstood Moses, so did these also resist the truth, men of corrupt minds. And these guys have been showing the rust, okay? They've been showing the corruption, okay? It's been seen. It's come to surface. Like them rappers would say, like peroxide in the cut. What would happen if peroxide goes in the cut? It's supposed to bubble up the germs, whatever it may be, you know, debris that's inside of the cut, the wound, right? And the Lord is the one acting as the, you know, the agent, right? To bubble all these things, how do you say it? The cleaning agent, right? To bubble all these things to the surface, okay? So it's being made clear to the whole world, not just us, but others, onlookers, people who are looking in from the outside. Their very own unconscious friends from the black community are looking at them and saying, what the hell are you guys up to, man? So it's not just us that's becoming apparent to, it's becoming apparent to the world. So their rust is being shown. Their corruption is being shown, okay? Reprobate, void of understanding, man. Void, like a dummy, dead from the neck up, man. Concerning the faith, right? So concerning the faith, when you add all that together, what do these men tell us? They tell us, oh, you guys are faith-based Israelites. The scriptures clearly tell you. This is why I can understand how these guys in Sakari would say, oh, well, the letters of Paul, we understand why you would say that. Because you're out there with those guns, with those machines on your hips. Okay? So of course you would throw faith out the window. All right? Because you guys are carnals all day. You guys don't really believe in Yahweh Shai, man. The angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. And you guys don't really fear the Lord, and you know that. That's why you have machine on your hip. Because if anything goes down, you can't rely on faith. You can't rely on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You could only carnally rely on things, okay? You could only, you know, act carnally. You can't act in the spirit, okay? And if you try to be in the spirit, you act in. You know? Because these guys are fucking hypocrites, man. But, verse 9, but they shall proceed no further. For their folly, which we're seeing right now, the Lord is being like that peroxide in the cut, bubbling and making that shit come to the surface, right? Their folly shall be manifest unto all men, right? As theirs was also, right? So the whole congregation seen, just like the whole world is looking at the Israelite thing, vocab, all these other guys, side niggas, you know, or better yet, let me say, people who ain't even Israelites, like Haman, Vocab Malone, and Dr. Doodoo Brown, and all these things. You know, I'm pretty sure all these things have entered into their ears, right? So, you know, all their folly is being made known before men, okay? And we could clearly see it, okay? It's not hard for us to see, man, because the Lord made that available. The Lord brought that to surface. And by their actions, how they are carrying themselves, we all, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're just bearing with them, man. Yep, let's go to Exodus real quick. This is what the Lord told Moses. Okay. Moses 32. I was about to say Moses 32. Exodus chapter 32 and verse 9. And Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them. And I will make of thee a great nation. So the Lord was ready to do away with them. Okay, even back then, you guys are the same niggly niggas that are coming back, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. You think by now, with the term history repeats itself, you guys would learn from your actions. This is why the scriptures talk about Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Okay? Written aforetime for our learning. When things are written, you read it. You read it to get understanding of where you made a mistake, what might have happened, what might have went wrong, right? You have to make sure you read it, right? You read a manual to put together a motorcycle, a car, whatever it may be, okay? Something in the house that you got put together, right? But like I said, these individuals do not consider. So when Romans 15 and 4 comes up, written aforetime for our learning, it's not for their learning. It's to their demise, because they got a reprobate mind, void of understanding, man. And they don't understand that they're reading about themselves. Okay? They're reading about themselves. They don't understand that. And they're not detecting, the actions of certain individuals that led them down the road to destruction. They're not considering these things. So therefore, what happens? History repeats itself. Okay? You're not taking it to heart. You're not considering the latter end. Okay? Let's go to Ezekiel. You guys are as little rebellious brothers and sisters, man. Or better yet, well, the sisters is for you men to be out here preaching, okay? But you guys are as little rebellious brothers, man. And you're supposed to be, on point. You're supposed to know, judgment, man. But you're behaving and acting, as if you don't know. Ezekiel chapter 13 and verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of Yahweh. And this is what they're doing. They're giving the people smooth things. Okay? What does the scripture say again in Deuteronomy? Don't add on, nor take away, don't diminish. Also in Proverbs, it tells you that, chapter 30, right? And they're going by their own feelings, by their own carnal ass feelings. Because they're looking into the crowd and they're saying, well, these women, more than 50% of these women donate over $100 or $200, $300. If I say that, if I'm about to say this about grape or whatever, half of them going to get up and leave. So there goes half of my money, right? Continuing, hear ye the word of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh power, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. This is going into these individuals right here that I put up. These guys right here, especially them. This nigga right here, and the rest of these niggas, Nate, whatever, ICPK, whatever the fuck acronyms, Sakari, Genesis, right? All these niggas, man. These guys are just niggas that know they're Israelites, okay? They're not men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Like I said, they don't consider, man. They don't consider. Just niggas in the world, man. That found out that their lineage goes back to being a Hebrew Israelite. That's it, man. Bunch of niggas, man. Continue verse 4. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh. Right, you're not giving the people the warning, man. You're not telling them about the prophecies, the things that are about to come to pass, okay? And thus, you're not preparing these people. You're not telling them, don't take the MOTB, you know what I mean? Concerning certain things, when it comes to, even a man having his beard, these guys are doing 5 o'clock shadows and shit like that. Cutting their hair down and, just breaking commandments. They're the commandment keepers, the law keepers and all that crap, right? But yet they shaving up the sides of their beard just to look good for the people. All a show. Hypocrites, actors. You clean the outside, but the inside dirty. See? And what? Yeah, every wintertime, they disappear. And all of a sudden you hear, May, it's camp season. When the weather gets good. Just like the Apostle Elder. Our Apostle Elder's been out there for over just about 40 years, man. If I'm not mistaken. And believe me, they've been through some weather. Okay? The brothers in Chicago there, they've been through some weather. Because right here in Toronto, Chicago, around this side of the, plate or whatever, the land, it gets fucking brutally cold, man. Like, injurious cold. If you went inside, you dead, okay? If you outside for, quite 10 minutes sometimes, man. Your body's, that's it. You start shutting down. You can't even speak right. You better have a hat on because your whole body starts to freeze up, man. It's happened to me many occasions. Being at camp in sub-zero weather and I'm trying to speak and I can't even, it's almost like I can't even open up my mouth, right? And I have infirmities. But forget about me. Forget about that for a second. These guys do not, go out when it's cold. They want to go out whenever they feel like, okay? That's not the way that you should be, okay? You should be on fire like Apostle Elder Tahar says for this word, man. You should be always on fire for this word and for the, for Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. But these guys, like I said, I started out Sirach chapter 10, verse 2, if I'm not mistaken. As the leader of these people are, so are all of them that are under them, man. Okay? If that's the head of the camp, expect the rest of the camp to be thus the same. So, in that day, man, your congregation is going to be looking at you like, you some assholes, man. We want a piece of your neck. Okay? Because here it is. You're supposed to be building these people up, setting a hedge around them. That knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So they can, what does the scriptures tell you? That the righteous runneth into it and safe, the name of Yahweh. They don't even know the name, man. You out there screaming, JC. JC. You screaming that at the top of your lungs. And when time, they hear the videos about Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, you make light of it. You make fun, make light, tell the people the Lord got many different names, all this stuff. Man, you heading for self-destruction, man. You're headed for self-destruction. But yeah, you guys are as little rebellious kids in the house, man. And all day we've been telling you. But you running around, you yelling at us, you laughing, making fun of us. You know what I mean? But wait when our big brother comes back. He gonna dish out discipline. And you won't be able to say nothing that day. Okay? Romans chapter 10. Romans chapter 10 and verse 21. But to Israel he saith, all day long I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. And right now the Lord is extending his hand, okay, through his prophets, okay? Like I said, the mouthpiece of the prophet reveals what, what judgment shall come, right? Or what you should be doing, right? But all day long, the Lord's been showing you guys, hey, look, this is the way to go. Remember, the scriptures tell you that he'll give you teachers. Actually, let me go that real quick. Because your so-called teachers that you have, they ain't teachers, man. Just there for the gimmicks, okay? Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when he turned to the right hand, and when he turned to the left. Psalms chapter 40, verse 7. John chapter 16 and verse 13. Remember, Yahushua said he is the way, right? So these individuals out here, wintertime come, all of a sudden they just disappear. The Lord said that he's not going to remove thy teachers into a corner anymore. Thine eyes shall see them. Be in season, out of season. What's going on here? These men are doing their own thing. According to the scriptures, the Lord said to be out there in season, out of season. You're supposed to fight with all your strength, with all your might, okay? And the Lord said, what? That thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, when you turn to the left. There's only one way, okay? There's not many different truths. The Lord say he gonna give us this truth, okay? He didn't say Psalms chapter 40 and 7, many different books are written of me. He says he comes in the volume of the book, it is written of me. So there's one truth, one way, and Yahushua is that way, okay? And you guys are rejecting it consistently, okay? Because who's keeping these orders? Who's in season, out of season? Who's always breaking down the scriptures, right, and going into prophecy, okay? That's another thing, too. Always going into prophecy, focusing on the elect, focusing on prophecy to come, right? And focusing on the elect, focusing on what Yahushua will want us to do, okay? Bottom line. But once again, the hand has been extended, and y'all keep slapping it away, talking about you know the way. Nah, you guys are wrong. We got the truth. Okay? Okay, all right. If you say so. Proverbs chapter. This is what happens when the Spirit of the Lord is taken off of you. Okay? And an example of that we're going to go into real quick. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? The man that wandereth out of the way. So you knew the way. Okay? Even Nate, he knew the way. He knew Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? And look what he did. Tossed it off. Right? Baby in the bathwater. Actually, he took the baby and threw it away and kept the bathwater. Right? So, he knew the way. But look at this whole camp. Hey, leaders of the blind, they shall what? Both fall in a ditch. And, ain't no good gonna come to that organization there. Just like Sakari, right? We all see what's happening there. Now, I guess this IEU, CPK, or whatever the fuck they are, right? The Lord is slowly but surely pulling these men down, man, and revealing them, okay? Because they're not in the truth. They're of the dead, man. Dead from the neck up, man, okay? And when you pull away from this truth, that's what happens. You go back to the world, the congregation of the dead. Like I said, though you may know you're an Israelite, you're not doing nothing. You're not preaching 100% truth. You're not talking about the elect. You're not going to the prophecy, the main prophecy, the MOTB. What the hell are you doing? Okay? Just being rebellious is all day, man. We don't gotta listen to you. You know, that's the spirit that you guys got. Let me get it real quick here. 1 Samuel 16 and 14. Now the spirit of Yahweh had left Saul, and this is in the NLT, and the spirit and Yahweh sent a tormenting spirit that filled him with depression and fear. And look at these guys, man. These guys hella depressed, man. Because guess what? You know that you and truly pushing the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're not doing it. You're not pushing 100% truth, man. Okay? You're not being sincere to the congregation because you know better. Okay? All those individuals, man. Sakari talking about they don't like the letters of Paul. IUIC always calling on JC, right? And this guy, IPOC, or whatever the fuck their name is, that guy talking about you could do it in the butt. His sexual deviance led to Alazar's little shit that he was doing, okay? Because we never tell you, that guy came on and said, oh, it's because of GMS. All this weird shit is happening. No. You guys are weirdos from the jump. You were never renewed in the mind, okay? Don't go over here blaming GMS and the affiliates. Don't do that. Because we don't sit up there and teach men to do this and to do that. All those wicked left-hand things, man. You guys are making excuses, okay? Leaving a door open for your congregation to commit those acts. And depending on how much money that motherfucker donates to your congregation, depending on what top tier he is, you know, that's how the judgment goes. That's how you, lay out the judgment. You're partial in your judgments, man. You're being partial, irrespective of persons. So let's go, verse 15. Some of Saul's servants said unto him, a tormenting spirit from Yahweh is troubling you. Okay? So this is what happens when, the spirit of the Lord is taken off of you. Right? You end up walking in the congregation of the dead, and you know no better no more. Once you knew, now all of a sudden you don't know. Okay? That's some shit right there, man. This is why you must fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You want to play games, go ahead, play games. But we don't got no time to play games. As Joshua said, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. We will fear him and serve him. Okay? So let's get into the last scripture here. I know it was kind of long, but, sometimes you got to go into that, 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 23. This is Slakia. This is Elijah, if I'm not mistaken. No, Elisha. Okay. 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. Taunting, right? This is exactly the type of attitude that Sakari got, right? This is the type of attitude, our mindset that, these niggas at the IUIC got, Sakari got, IEPK, whatever the fuck. This guy that want to be a rapping ass nigga trying to get signed by Honeycomb Breeze. All of them, right? This is the mentality that they got. They don't respect elders. They don't respect authorities, okay? This is the mindset that these little nigglets have, okay? And like I gave you the example in the beginning, that usually the ones that are like 12, 13, they're fessing up, right? And usually the ones in the background, they follow, right? And this is exactly what happened here, right? In this situation here too. So judgment will come forth. You just gotta be patient. And as we're seeing, the Lord is flinging out judgment. And we're seeing these men getting judged before the congregation, okay? Which is Yapa, man. Because you guys want to do all that ill will towards men that's been, praising Yahweh Shem Yahushai ever since they came in. And they're staying on the same track. You want to go against faithful men, hey, you best be careful, man. This is why we always tell you, hey, Lord will we be of his elect, okay? Ain't no boasting, nothing like that. But at this present time and moment, we can see what the Lord is doing, man. And we're going to, in the future wise, as they would say, down the road, we know there's more judgment to come, and we can see that too, man. Okay? It's going to befall all you wicked ass niggas. Just like the scriptures tell you. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Written aforetime for our learning. So we that have patience, okay? Going through these tribulations, going through all this, people lying about us, making up stories about us and all this bullshit, right? We're going through all of this. The Lord is making note of it, okay? And those who are to get judged, they're getting judged. Left, right, and center, okay? So continuing, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And that's exactly what we're doing with you nigglets right now. All you nigglets, okay? Sakari, all you nigglets, man. All you guys, all you fucking camps, you're getting curses put on you, man. Because you're not men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay? You're enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Just like how those black unconscious community is enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, y'all are enemies of Yahweh Shem. You're the worst enemies, actually, because okay? You're the Judas type enemies, man. You got 2/3 out there that are just bopping around, laughing, right, and joining in, right? Anyways, joining in and whatnot. They're just laughing and joining in. Oh yeah, the Hebrew Israelites. Let's make fun of them. Yeah, all right, cool. But then here you got you guys knowing who you are, knowing what this is about, deliberately purposely doing what you're doing, and you don't expect judgment to come upon you. This is why in Malachi talks about Malachi chapter 3. Y'all talk and say that the Lord is with us. None evil can happen unto us. Yeah. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, man. Woe unto you. Okay? And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tore 40 and 2 children of them. And he went from thence to the Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria. So there you go, man. All we gotta do is hold patience, put up some curses on your ass, and watch how the Lord gonna get down on you guys, man. Okay? Bottom line. Because you guys are, as they would say, false prophets, man. You're not leading the people the right way. You're leading the people astray. Okay? You're not leading them onto salvation. You're leading them to destruction. Okay? And the same destruction your ass is gonna get. That's why I labeled it, these other camps and others, meaning, you might have, like that guy Maccabee out there by himself or whatnot, right? That follow these other camps or maybe they just set up, call themselves whatever, right? And then, like I said, these other camps, IUIC, Sakari Genesis, whatever, the acronyms go on, are as little rebellious brothers, man. They don't want to listen. They feel because they got teeth now, the diapers are off. The training shoes are off. The training wheels are off the bike. They feel that time for us to run the show. Well, not so. Not so. The Lord set up things with order, man. He's not disorderly. He's orderly. Okay? So, hey, man. With that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Lord willing, to the next time. Wah abad babal. Shalom Akim.